To discover new things. I don't like to go to work and do the same thing every day, the same thing. I like to work on a project, a new thing, find out something that no one else knew about it, maybe a little bit of competition, knowing that somebody else is working on the same thing, try to get there first, having the best stuff out there, and then just the novelty, contributing to something new to the world, really. This is a girl in our lab, and she is from Gaza. So she already have a little bit of the stereotype, of being from an area of the world that is not very safe. And so what she did, she light one of those flames in the lab to sterilize the instruments. But because of the lights, you could not see the flame very well. And so what happened is that she dropped a little glass with ethanol in it that caught fire, and she didn't see the fire. And so what she saw was that all the pipettes were melting in front of her, and she didn't know why they were melting. And all at once it started to smoke because the papers and everything started getting on fire. So she took a lab coat from one of her colleagues. It was a very nice lab coat that her parents gave her for Christmas with her name embroidered in it, and really nice. And she took it to put off the fire, and it started burning the lab coat, and all the pipettes started attaching to it, and it was like a big mess. And she put off the fire and then cleaned up everything, put everything new, and then she didn't know what to do with the lab coat, so she hid really deep into a closet. And then the girl came and she couldn't find her lab coat, and she did say, I don't know, no one knew where it was. And then one day she found it and she wondered what happened, so the truth came out. And we gave her an award as the Palestinian Pyro something. And we still have the plaque hanging in our lab. A very funny story. Well, about 10, 12 years ago, I had the opportunity to do a master's degree, and the professors that invited me to do a master's with him, he gave me a project to work, and he really liked to publish, this professor, and I had never done anything with publishing. And the process was very hard, so I wasn't really sure that that's what I wanted to be. But once the paper got published, it was very nice feeling to feel that we did something that was in paper. And from that point on, I really thought that science and research was going to be a good thing for me, because I consider myself creative, And so about 10, 12 years ago, and thanks to this professor, really come from somebody showing you the way.